Hello and welcome to today's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and just look at this beautiful grid. This is by Jobo and it's called Thermo-Sum Lines, and it's a hybrid of region sum lines rules, which are these blue things, and thermometers, which you can sort of see the thermometers acting as a backdrop to each of the region sum lines. And just, I mean, look at the symmetry, it's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. And oh yeah, this has got it's got something like a 94% approval rating on Logic Masters Germany. And one of the testers who wrote to me and recommended that I try this puzzle in a video described it as being criminally underrated. Apparently this is just an absolutely beautiful puzzle. I snipped the comments on Logic Masters just before I turned on the webcam. And Damasosos92, who's a seriously good solver and setter, says, wow, this puzzle is so great. Yeah, it's some very nice comments, and I am very much looking forward to having a go at this, and I have very few pieces of extraneous news to give you. So as usual, it's just an appeal. If you do enjoy the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button. It's completely free to do that, and it just alerts the algorithm that you'd like to know more about when we release videos. I guess because we release videos at 8:30 every day and 11 PM every day, no one feels a need to hit the subscribe button because they know there'll be a new video. But you still have to teach the algorithm. The algorithm is unknowing. It's unwise in these matters. So yeah, that would be great. And of course, we've got Patreon, we've got apps that have thermos in them, we've got apps that have lines in them, we've got apps that have thermos and lines in them, and we might be having a new app which is going to be sort of all sorts of hybrids coming up. So that's something that we have in the back of our minds as well. But let's have a look at Thermo-Sum Lines and see what Jobo has in store. The rules are as follows. We've got to put normal Sudoku rules. So we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. Oh, all thermometers are slow thermometers. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't read the rules properly before I turned on the webcam. All thermometers are slow thermometers, as well as region sum lines. Digits along these thermometers must either stay the same or increase from the bulb end, and sum to the same value in each 3x3 box the thermo passes through. Right, well, let's deal with these things separately. So what that is saying is, if we look at this thermometer, in fact, that's maybe not the best example. Let's look at this thermometer, because this thermometer genuinely could just be a string of ones, I think, because a slow thermometer means that we don't have to necessarily increase, we just can't decrease as we move away from the bulb. So you can get sort of ludicrous strings of digits like this. Now, the second rule was that our thermometers have to have sum to the same value in each 3x3 box the thermo passes through. So actually you can see that this thermometer here, it visits box 7 in this position, it visits box 4 in this position, and it visits box 5 in this position. And we're told that each of these has to add up to the same number effectively. So all those 3 digits are going to be the same in this puzzle. Let's look at this one, because that is different. This one is saying that that digit is the sum of these 2 digits. Oh, hang on, let's pick a better colour. Let's pick yellow. And that's because this thermometer has 2 cells in box 7, so the sum of these 2 digits is the same as the sum of this green digit, which is the only appearance of the thermo in box 5. And then there's only one more rule. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive, not all dots are given. So if this square is a 2, this square has to be either 1 or 3 to be consecutive with 2. And the thing about not all dots being given means it's absolutely possible for this square here to be a 2. And 2 and 3 are obviously consecutive. There doesn't need to be a white dot between consecutive digits. It's just in these cells we know that these dominoes definitely do contain consecutive digits. Do have a go. I think this was 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty, so hopefully not monstrously hard. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play let's get cracking. Well, the first thing I think I'm going to start with is this one. Because effectively what we're able to do immediately is, because of the region sum rule, we actually know that this is the ultimate form of slow thermometer. All those digits do have to be the same. And that actually is the same for that one. Now that's interesting straight away, because these 3 digits here, they're obviously not the same as green, are they? So these, we can label these a different colour without fear of finding that green and yellow were the same digit. No. Oh, bobbins. Right. Now this one has the same sort of profile in that all these 3 digits are the same digit, and it is perfectly fair to say that these digits are not yellow, but is it also fair to say that they are not green? Don't know. I don't think it is fair to say that. I'm not sure I can say that. And that's going to be the same for this one, isn't it? It's not going to be possible to conclude this can't be yellow. Okay. That's slightly disconcerting then. Okay, so maybe we've got to... I know what Mark would do here. Mark would label up all these digits with all their possible options, which is something I am very loath to do. These are very short thermometers. Now, hang on. No, I was just wondering, I mean, normally... yeah, this is weird. This is weird. You see, normally you can't put a 9 in the bulb of a thermo for obvious reasons, because on normal thermos, 9s... You know, once you put a 9 here, this has to be higher than 9. But if green was 9, absolutely you could put 9 in the bulb. Just as you could put 1 in the tip. So that's probably not what we're meant to think about. I think it's going to be something. It's so symmetrical, it's really quite incredible. It must be the given 2, 3 and 4 that somehow disambiguate everything. So low digits. Why are low digits mattering? Sorry, I haven't quite got my head around this at all. Is it true to say... I mean, I can see that on this thermometer, where these 2 digits do have to be different, the minimum this could be is a 1-2 pair, so that means the minimum this could be is a 3, but 3 is incredibly low. Right, okay, but by the same token, actually, that cell can't be very high. Right, yeah, okay, this is it. I've finally cottoned on to what's going on. This can't be very high. Just as this could be very low, how could this be very high? Let's say this is 5. Well, now this has to be at least a 6, doesn't it? And that means this square has to be at least 11, because it would have to be 5 plus 6. So in this column, I think we've got a 1, 2, 3 triple. Because this bulb, and this bulb can't be 4. So I think they have to be a 1, 2, 3 triple. So one of those is a 3, which means one of these is at least a 4, and one of these is at least a 7. And these digits... Well, I don't know, am I meant to do that? I don't really want to. These digits are 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, which means all of these squares are 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. And these are definitely all the same. I think I have to colour them. And I have to keep track of the fact that it's possible that we've got duplicated colours here, i.e. that green could be orange and yellow could be purple. Now, okay, I don't think it's going to be... Oh no, it's better on this side, isn't it? Ah, of course it's better. It's better on this side because the fact that 2 can't be in a bulb means that the lowest digits you can put on the 3 bulbs that definitely have a different second digit is the lowest digits you can have is 1, 3 and 4. And that's what they are, because you can't, you still can't put 5 in a bulb over on this side because it would go 5, 6, 11. Right. So one of those is a 9. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. That's a crazy pencil mark, but it's definitely true because one of these is a 4, and the second digit on that thermometer must be a 5. There's one of those is a 5. One of these is definitely a 9. So yellow and green are not 9. Which means, okay, so the pencil marks you can do for yellow and green are a bit different then. Because hang on. This digit is not 1, 2, 3 or 4. This digit is not 1, 2, 3 or 4. So we are looking at 5, 6, 7s, 8s and 9s, but 9 is definitely in one of these, so 9 comes out of all these squares, definitely. 5 is looking at one of these squares, so 5 comes out of these, definitely. So they are from 6, 7 and 8. And these are definitely different as well. So I wonder whether we've got a similar way of pushing up these on the other side. Does this mean these can't be 9? Or is that's just not right, is it? I know there's a 9 in one of those 3 cells. So, I mean, it's definitely, wherever the 9 is, it's definitely going to knock 9 out of one of these, but not necessarily both. Or just not both, actually. Oh, no, that one would. That one would rule 9 out of both, because that sees purple here and it sees orange in the row. So that one is more powerful. And we know one of these is a 3. So the thing is, one of these is at least a 4, but the one that has 3 on it, it could have 4 or 5 or 6 in this position, I think. And then 3 and 6 would equal 9 in one of these squares. I don't quite, I think I'm close to understanding it, but 3 in the middle box has to be on the thermo tip. So what does that mean? Wow, okay, that is very interesting, because now if 3 is on a thermo tip, and it is, all of these thermo tips are ones where there are 2 different digits below the 3 on the thermo. So one of these thermos is a 1-2 pair. In a very specific order. There's going to be a 1 in one of those and a 2 in one of these, but the problem is it could be on the other side. No, that's a bad thought. Yeah, we've got to put 3 in the left-hand side as well, don't we? Is that doing something? So we've got a 459 thermo on the left somewhere, and then the thermo that's got 3 on it. The second digit on that thermo has to be higher than 3. That's it. That is it. That is it. Gosh, wow. It's very simple once I finally clarified my thoughts on it. But it's a bit difficult to see because of this strange pencil marking. Okay, so the question is, let's just make one of these 4. I have understood this now, so I am going to be able to explain it. It doesn't matter which one we pick, but it's going to be easier to explain. So let's make this one 4. 4, 5, and we know this is 9. Now we know one of these is 3. Let's make it this one, because otherwise this 4 might pollute our thinking as to what this digit can be. But if this is 3, what is this digit now? Now, it cannot be 5 by Sudoku, because there will be a 5 in the column associated with the 4 thermo. Now, can it be 6? Well, no, it can't be 6, can it? Because if it's 6, this will be 9, and that will clash with the 9 at the tip of the 4 thermo as well. So this has to be a 4, because it can't be a 3. That means that there is that somewhere in this column, let's get rid of that 3, there is definitely a 4. And that means that thermo is going to have a 7 in its tip. So now, this is cool. So now, green and yellow, because they're going to see the 7 in one of those 3 squares, green and yellow now are not 7. They are a 6, 8 pair. I don't know what that's doing. I think that is doing something. I just can't. I can't quite see. I can't quite see what that's doing. I know that there's a 7 in one of these 3 squares. I know that there's a 4. Oh. Well, yeah. Okay. So right. The corollary of that is that this is not a 3-4 pair, because we know that the 3 has a 4 in the second position on its thermo. So if this was a 3-4 pair, this would be a 4-5 pair, and we'd have 2 4s in the box. And that means one of these squares is a 1, which means that this square is not a 1, which means this square is a 4 or a 5, and this square is a 7 or a 9, and is not 3, which was one of the things we were worried about. My phone is buzzing. No, I cannot do that just at the moment. So let's just try and work out what that means. So there's a 1 in one of these. Now the second digit on that thermo is not now allowed to be 4 or 5, but it could be, oh, it can't be 6 actually. So it could be 7, could it? That's ludicrous. I think it could be 7. So the second digit on the 1 thermo it could actually be quite a few things. If that was the 1 thermo, that might limit it more though, because this digit couldn't be 2, 3 or 4. So this digit couldn't be 2 or 3. And we know it can't be 4 or 5. And it can't be 6 because that would put a 7 in this column. So it would have to be a 7. This would have to go 1, 7, 8. And it go, oh, no, you can't put 8 in the top. Right, that's it. Oh, this is beautiful setting. It's really amazing. This is amazing because there's sort of a cornucopia of 6s and 8s looking at both positions along the thermo. Let's think about this being a 1. I think it's impossible, because if this is 1, I can't make this 2 because that puts 3 here. I can't make this 3, that puts 4 here. I can't make this 5. I can't make this 4, sorry, because there's a 4 and a 5 on the 3-4 thermometers. So it's not 4 or 5 in this position. If it's 6, it's cancelled out by the 6, 8. If it's 7, it puts an 8 here, and that gets cancelled out by the 6, 8 pair in column 4. It can't be 8, and it clearly can't be 9, because that would be a 10. So that is not 1. This is 1. Is that that's our first digit? How long has that taken? 20 minutes. This is not a 1. Well, we're still going to have to run through. Well, this is now. Oh, this is good. Right. So this is now the 4 or the 5. So this is the 7 or the 9. I've got sort of a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple in column 4. This digit is not 4 or 5, definitely. We can do some tidying up of pencil marks. That one could be 3, so we can cancel 7 and 9 out of here. But let's think about this digit then. That digit, well, it could be 2, and then that would be 3. Can it be 3? I think it can. I'm not sure, but I can't see immediately why that doesn't work. We know it can't be 4 or 5. It can't be 6. And if it's 7, that breaks. And it can't be 8, and therefore it can't be 9. So that digit's really restricted. It's 2 or 3. Which I don't think it's going to do quite enough for us. So, right, so this column now is quite restricted. We haven't put 5, 7 and 9 into it. Let's do that. Much good it's going to do us, I fear. Right, so now what do we do? We could... I'm not sure. I mean, I've really underused all of the thermos on the right hand side. I've really got very little to say about these. Is there some way we can say something sensible about these 2 digits or these 2 digits? They just, I don't think they see anything on this side. Like, I mean, we know they're different. Do we know something about this, the value of this? We know it's greater than 2. If it was low, if it was from the sort of stable of what, 2s, 3s and 4s, then we'd have a triple there, and that would be forced to be a 1. But I don't think there's a reason this has to be particularly low, is there? I know one of these is a 3. Oh, sorry, I can't quite see how to do this, as you've no doubt spotted. I don't think these digits are under very much pressure. And the problem with that is, I suppose it's true to say each of these is at least 2, but all that's saying is that each of these is at least 3. I mean, that one can't be 3. 1 and 2 in the middle box have to be vertical. Can that be a 1 or a 2? Ah, no, okay. So there's a 1-2 pair in box 2, because the 1 and the 2 in the central column have to go here. Well, 1 or 2 have to go in the middle, so 1 and 2 in box 2 have to go up there. So 2 is over there. 2 is in one of 2 places in box 3, because I've got 1, 2, 3 triple. So 1 in this box is in one of 3 places. Is that doing something for me? Yes, here we go. Right, here's an idea. 4. Where is 4 in box 2? And the answer is, I don't know, but it's definitely in that domino. And that means 4 in this box is in one of those squares, or this one. And that means I've now got a 3 and a 4 on the tips of thermos. Now, how do you achieve a 4 on the tip of one of these thermos? It must have 3 and 1 underneath it, mustn't it? That could be 4, this would be 3, this would be 1. And the one that's got 3 on it has a 2 and a 1. So, I feel like this is interesting. I just can't quite get my head around what that means. Well, yes, I want to say that's a 1 now. Is that wrong or is that right? Because what we're saying is that the 2 thermos that sit beneath the 3 and the 4 in these 3 positions, wherever they live, have to have 1 on their bulbs. That's one of them. So one of these has to have 1 on its bulb. And it can't be this one because of that one. So that is a 1. And this is a 3 or a 4. And that gives me a 3-4 pair. So this is not a 3 or a 4. I've got a 3-4 pair. This is a 2 or a 3. These digits, I mean, this is a weird pencil mark, but I'm going to make it. This digit is definitely different from this digit. Because this is like a 2-3 pair, because these are a 3-4 pair. This isn't a 1. So I've got a 2-3 pair now. Oh, I've got a 2-3. Oh, I've got a 2-3 pair in row 5. So that's a 4. So that's a 5 and that's a 9. That's beautiful. So now we've got a 7 here, a 4 here, and a 3 here. Now, does that see anything? The 9 sees orange. So 9 comes out of orange. The 7 sees purple. So those come out of purple. And that means, oh, I don't know. I think that's right. Oh, come on. This looks like it's under some difficulty. That's got to be a consecutive pair. It can't have 1 on it. Because if it had 1 on it, it would have 2 on it, and that would break that one. And it can't have 6, 7, 8, or 9 on it. So the digits on this are from 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's not able to be 3. So, what are we saying there? That it can't be a 3-4 pair either. So it's either 5-4 or it's 3-2, I think. It's 5-4 or 3-2, so there's nothing in common there. We don't know what it is. That's what we're concluding, actually. That's Bobbins-worthy, isn't it? Bother. Okay, what about... This is a 2-3 pair, so these are higher than 2 and 3. So these are at least 4. In fact, that one can't be 4, so this is at least. So this one is either 4, 5, 6. The thing is, it could be 7, could it? No, that one can't be 7, because that would put 9 here. This is 4, 5, or 6. Which means this is 6, 7, or 8. Oh, that's nearly really interesting. If I could get rid of 5 from orange, then I would have a 6, 7, 8 triple in row 3. But okay, this digit. Oh, hang on. Hang on, this digit is higher again. This is at least 5, actually. So this is at least 7. That's not 7 because of this. This is 8 or 9. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's it. I've done it. Right. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So, the point... Right, what we have to do is note this is 2 or 3. This has to be higher because it's in the same box. It can't be 4. So it's at least 5. In fact, I'm going to pencil mark it. It's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 5, 6 or 7, I think. But the point is that this square then is at least 2 plus 5, which is 7, but it can't be 7. So, yeah, that can still be 5 if this is 5 and 3 adding up to 8. But then look at this digit. So this digit is now 8 or 9, but it sees yellow and green. So yellow and green include an 8 in one of them. Don't know which one, but one of them is an 8, so that is a 9. And that means purple is not 9. Can we put 9 on the white dot here, because it would be 9 and 8 then. I don't know. Can I make that one see yellow? Because then I would know that purple was 5. I don't know the answer to that one either. Gosh. Now, what on earth do we do next? I don't know. It's very close to being really forced, I think. 5 comes out. There's a 5 there. That takes 5 out of orange. Wasn't that something I want? Yes, that's great. So now I've got 6, 7, 8 triple in this row. So the flanking digits have to have a 1 in them. And that can't. Oh, that can be a 1. Oh, bother. Well, the flanking digits are what then? 1 and 5. Right, so this is 1 or 5, and this is 1 or 5. And apparently we don't know which way round that goes. But this 5 is coming out of this square as well. So this has come down to 4 or 6. This is so nearly. I think this is really nearly finished, I have to say. It's just going to be spotting some little rinky-dink that's going to give it all. It's going to give it all of the secrets of the puzzle up to us. I mean, is there a reason this can't be yellow? That's probably a good thought. If that's yellow, it would be 6 or 8. No, I'm not sure. That can't be 5 anymore, because 5 plus 3 is not equal to 9. So this is 6 or 7. So this is either 2, 7 or 3, 6. Oh, I wish I could see which of those was true. I know one of these is a 7, definitely. Does that... If that's a 7, is there some reason that's problematic? That would put a 7 down here. This white dot, it needs to have, which is going to be the difficult digit to put on it. It's got to have, well, it hasn't got 4 on it and it hasn't got 2 on it. It needs to have an even digit on it. So that is going to be a 6 or an 8. So it's definitely either got yellow or green on it. If it was yellow, if this had yellow on it, that would be yellow, and we'd prove, and we'd even know that that would be the yellow digit, which would be fairly extraordinary. But what if it's got green on it? Then one of these is green, but not necessarily this one. Because that could be green, I think. No, I can't quite see how it works. Alright, so maybe it's something else. It's probably Sudoku, knowing me. That, yeah, there you go. That can't be a 1. This can't be a 2. C's a 2-3 pair in the row. Can we... That can't be a 1. That can't be a 1. Yeah, 1 is very... It's weirdly restricted. Yes, where's 1 in this box, in fact? There's definitely a 1 looking at this box, so that the cross can't contain a 1. And we can't put 1 here, because this would be a 2 and break this square. So actually, 1 is in one of those 2 squares, which means 1 is in one of these 2 squares. Oh, that's useless. It's not going to do anything. I thought I was onto something then, but it's not right. This digit is repeated in there, so that digit goes up there somewhere. If it was 2, it would have to be here. Is there a problem with this being 5? Not that I can see. And I know these 2 digits are different, don't I? Oh, that digit's blue then. Sorry, that digit must be the blue digit, which means that digit is the light green digit. Is that helpful? So the blue digit can't go on the end of its own thermo here, can it? That wouldn't work, so that's the blue digit. So that digit is a 2 or a 3, and it can't be a 3. Right, there we go. So that's a 2, which means that blue is 2, which means that this digit is 7, which knocks 7 out of orange, which means that this digit is 3 by mathematics. That's a 4 by mathematics. Green is 3 by a process of mathematics. Phone is buzzing again. Can't deal with that now either. Now, has that tied it right? So now orange has become green. Orange is the new green. Who knew it? Okay. So now what's that done? That's done some weird Sudoku. Where does green go in box 1? There are 4 greens looking at box 1, so it's got to go in the top corner. 3 is nearly in the corner up here, because it's in one of those 2 cells. I don't know which one yet. I suppose it's possible that this is yellow, so we could have a complete switching of the yellow and green there. It's probably even likely for some reason I can't quite establish. Yeah, okay, but look, this is a 6-8 pair, so that's become a 7, which means that's a 4 by maths. Now this row is almost done. I've not put into it a 1 and a 7, which we can do. 1 goes there, 7 goes there. That's going to do the 5 and the 1 above it. That gives us a 1 at the bottom of the grid. 5 in this box now is 5. It was 5. So 5 goes into all those squares. So these are no. So there isn't total symmetry between the green and the yellows then. That has been broken. I've got to put 9 into one of those squares in box thingy thingy. Box. The technical term for box thingy thingy is box 6. That might have to be a 1 by Sudoku, which means this is yellow. So that means yellow is down here. Is that somehow interesting? Yeah, here's the point. What is the odd digit you put in this consecutive pair? It must be, in any consecutive pair of digits, there must be an odd and there must be an even digit. Now there are 5 odd digits in Sudoku. 5, 7 and 9, 1 and 3. So there must be a 3 in there, and we actually know its position. Which means this square is 2 or 4, and it can't be 4. So that's 2, which means this. We worked out what the options were over here. Well, we've now proved this is 4 and 5, actually. The 2 gives us the 2 and the 1 at the top. So that's a 1 by Sudoku. I feel like I've put loads of... I have put... no, I haven't. I've nearly put all the 1s in. That's now become a 1, which seems to mean that's a 2. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Very cool. No comments. No comments. When it comes to Sudoku, I am cool. I mean, surely. Surely not. Okay, what does this mean? Something. This is magical, though. This is a magical puzzle. That's yellow by a process of something called Sudoku. So, can we work out, is this 9-8 now? If it's not 9-8, what is it? Well, it's got to have... Yeah, the even digit that is on this dot is the green digit then. I don't know which one. Oh, I do know which one it is. It's that one. I think we even looked at this earlier. I thought I remembered concluding that was going to have to be, maybe it was the green digit. Maybe it was, I can't remember what it was, but I definitely recall concluding that. That's green in the other corner now. So there's definitely a yellow. Look, where's yellow in this box? It has to go there. So that is the 9. This is the yellow digit. So now in this box we've not put in 4 and 7, and we can do it. So that's 4, that's 7, that's 4, 4, that's 5. 5's in one of 2 places. I don't know if I can resolve that. We've got a 6-8 pair here. Where's... Oh, I still don't know. Surely I know where yellow is everywhere. No, I don't know actually. Maybe I don't. That is a 4-5 pair at the top of the column. So as we drift down this column, we've not put in 7 and 9, and the 7 goes at the bottom by Sudoku, so that's 9. Green is now 8 by a process of elimination, which means that yellow is 6. I'm going to do it that way because this would otherwise be, it would give me 2 6s in the box, which I can't abide. Therefore, have we done it? I feel like we must have been very close to doing the puzzle, therefore, because it should just be Sudoku from here. 2 can go here in this box. 6 and 9 have to be placed still. Maybe I don't know where they go. What about up here? 6, 7 and 9. Let's put all the options in. That's definitely not 6. Yeah, so okay, maybe this isn't quite resolved yet. This can't be 7. So I've got 5, 6 and 9 into the corner. This column, 3, 7 and... that's 7 or 9. 3 in this column is placed. Yeah, maybe I should think about 3 actually. Yeah, that's now a 9, isn't it? And that must mean, well, what must that must be a 7 or a 9. That's a 5, 7, 9 triple, so that's become a 4. That gives me the 4 and the 5. That's a 7, 9 pair, so this is a 5. So this is a 9, and that might do it, because that we had to get some sort of disambiguation running. Has it done it? Yeah, that's 6 now. Mavericks flying over in celebration of Jobo's incredible... I mean, this is an incredible puzzle. Absolutely incredible. Didn't find it that easy, I have to say. That's a 6, and that might be correct. I mean, I haven't been diligent about making sure that everything is coloured correctly, so I probably should just correct that so people don't get cross with me. Let's get rid of the reds there. And we could purplify all the 5s. Have we done all the 8s in one colour? I have a horrible feeling I haven't. Definitely haven't done all the 6s in one colour. The 8s I think I might have done all in the same colour, so that might be fine. Let's lose the colouring on the 3 and see if it's correct. Yes, it is. Solve the puzzle. 103 people. 214 days. This is an old puzzle. I didn't realise that. Do I like it? Yes, I do like it. That's just a sensationally good puzzle. I mean, it's amazing that solves with the way that the sort of thermos and the region sums interacted, and the way you could sort of narrow down the digits. It felt magical and miraculous, and stunning to look at. That is a world-class Sudoku, Jobo. Absolutely world-class. Phenomenal. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.